yeah, so the new chords that we're doing are an E with an A in the bass. Once again, refer to the sheet that I did the tab map of the chords if my fingering is not, my explanation is not satisfactory to your learning needs. E with an A in the bass and then a D2. They seem a little odd. When you're playing on the guitar, if you're playing them by themselves, they seem a little odd. If you play with the recording, you'll hear how they fit better. You'll hear how they fit. So that E with an A in the bass. What's that sound like? That sounds like this. And I am reaching up with my ring finger to touch the E string, the 6th string, to mute it, since my root note needs to be an A, since it's an E with an A in the bass. Instead of an E, which is this, it's now a that. And then I slide up this finger, I let go here, and then I slide up with this on the 3rd string up to the 2nd fret, and then I choose to press down with my ring finger. My middle finger goes between the 5th and 6th strings to mute them, and I get my D2. So played at semi-normal tempo is. Anyway, mess around. There. So there's how to change from the EA to the D2 there. A way to go about it. If you're playing down here. If you're learning the E chord somewhere up here, I haven't figured that out yet, and maybe I'll do another whole video that explains that. But there's our verse 1. So I dreamt of something last night in my sleep. I saw you sitting in a room without me. And just have Lee sing for you if the chord. You can just worry about the guitar. That helps play along with the recording and have Lee sing for you. Help me. You were smiling and you had a tattoo of me in a room without you. Let's move into let's go to the chorus. Let's get the heck out of that first page. Oh, okay. So we have our first chorus, which we have some new chords to learn. Now we have a B minor 7, an A major, and an A major 7, I think are the new chords, and an A major, I think, in terms of the way this song goes and when these chords appear in the song. So if you aren't familiar with those chords already, the B minor 7. Now there's ways to go about playing a B minor 7. There's a couple ways, and the barred version that I do is on the 2nd fret and sounds like this. If I'm doing it barred, I'm doing it that way. The barring finger, while it's barring the 5, is touching on the 6th string above it to mute it. So that's how you solve making sure your E doesn't ring when you don't want it to when you're playing a B-based chord. So I hang my cannon at you, ready or not. Now, the B minor 7, you can do the barred version if you like, if that's your preferred method, if that's your bad habit, whatever it is. If you prefer, there's a couple other ways. It's more of an open, I guess, but at least it's not a barred. I don't know if it's considered open or whatever, what defines an open chord. But anyway, what I'm doing there is this. And I think I did make a note on my tab map about that, about how that works. Let's see. It's like I have the barred version as the first option, and I have the open version. I have an open version as the second version. Okay. I probably should have put 3 different ways to play that B minor 7. The habit that I just got more and more into, because it's easy, is the B minor 7, where I did go like that, where I did the... Now if I want, my pinky could be on the 4th fret, the 4th string, pressing it down, and it'll sound like this. Which is closer to matching our barred version. I just stayed on that chord just to kind of give you an idea. So you can do the barred version. You can do the not barred version, where you press your pinky down on the 4th string, the 4th fret. Or you don't have to put your pinky down, and you can do the version where this 4th string is open, so you're playing a... And your D note is still harmonious with your chord, so it's not too bad. So now, and try not to let your E string ring like I just did there. Arg. Bad. I'm trying not to suck. Alright, seriously. I'm at you ready or not. So I did the I aim my cannon. I guess probably the E right on the my, or listen to Lee and jam with Lee. That you ready or not. The electric guitar has that. So it's your choice. If you're playing by yourself, you can do that added at the end of your D2 chord to make it sound like what the electric guitar did. But since you're playing by yourself, you're doing it instead on an acoustic. If you have an electric guitar player, just ready or not, and let him hit those 2 notes, or her, to cover that. So from the B minor 7 to an E, however you change, whichever way you do an E, as long as you're getting the same notes, it's the finger position. To an A minor 7. Now when I do the A minor 7, I do reach up with my pinky to mute my E string. And then when I'm switching up to my D2, I just let go of where the 4th string on the 2nd fret that it's covering. These 2 fingers slide up a fret. This finger just lets go and rests between the 5th and 6th, the A and E string, to get my D2. So that transition from that A major 7th to that D2 is pretty smooth and easy, so that's nice. Okay, no, well that time I screwed it up. Shoot, okay, doggone it. And I've already made it my bad habit to play the electric guitar notes, which if you played along with the electric guitars probably wouldn't kill your song unless your electric guitar is stuck on let me play those notes by myself, and we can sound more like the record. And if you get that anally, if that's your issue. Okay, so let me go to You've Got Your Debts to Pay, and then You're Down and Out of Time. You've got your debts to pay, and you one of mine. Down and out of time. Oh crap. Nope, screwed that up. Oh, killed it. That's from the the first chorus to what I called the first interlude, which is kind of an echo of our intro, kinda. So, anyway, let me show you that. So I showed you the chorus, and then the intro, and that interlude. I kind of made it in bigger font, just because it didn't take up much space. I was like, oh, I'll just make it bigger, easier to read. Why not? That's what I did. Just make sure you pay attention to the counts. Your first chord landing on the 1, your second chord landing on the 2+. And that's, like I said, that's every chord change in the song, the entire song. First chord's always on the 1, second chord's always on the 2+. Never changes throughout the song. So that's a nice thing you can anchor yourself to. Then we have a second verse, which in terms of the chord progression is the same as the first. Like, it's the exact same as the first. So whatever you've learned there, you can repeat in your second verse. Your second chorus is the same as well, your chord progression. Just like I said, the big thing about this song is watching your changes and making sure your chords land on the beats. Your third chorus, yeah, it's the same as your first and second. There's second interlude, which is the same as the first. And then she says, I want to tell you that I've called off the dogs. You're keeping your chord progression from your second interlude, and then you're ending it with your E/A D2, E/A D2 times 2. I'll get those pages. I'm looking at them, but I'm not showing them to you. Let me do that. In the song. So there's our second chorus. You say the chords are the same. Is it the second chorus, isn't it? No, your chords are the same as your first verse, second verse, second chorus. Third chorus. There. And then your second interlude and ending, outro, whatever you can call it. And I want to tell you that I've called off the dogs. Your mystery is not worth being solved. So, yeah. But yeah, and then that ends the song. Like I said, this is mainly I gave to the acoustic guitar. I fit in the electric guitar parts around the edges. But there's just some stuff going on there. I guess some advice I could give, some quick advice would be the electric guitar part is played up high. Instead of playing it down here, here's your 12th fret. Hopefully you're marked with some special, mine's got 2 dots to help it. You just slide up here and you're it's hard. It's just hard for me to bar up there. I almost need to get my electric guitar out or my other guitar, but my other guitar is in a odd tuning right now, so it wouldn't do me any good. But basically, yeah, it's the same chord shapes. They're just way up here. It's not like he's got some reverb and maybe some chorus on there. If for electric guitarists to just start experimenting on how to play that. What's great is there are some live videos where Matt Slocum starts the song right away, playing the high electric guitar riff. But there's an idea of where to get started with that. If you want to get that in there, if you have a second person to while you're doing the acoustic, or vice versa, there to get that down. But yeah, I mean, in terms of this, I guess I counted the total of 10 chords, but it's not as bad as it sounds. So yeah, but anyway, this video is getting long. But again, it's about as long as a real guitar lesson would be, and once again, you got it for free. If you have stuck with me, thanks so much. Please, I went to a PayPal Me link. If you could just do a direct donation there, that's cool. The Patreon still exists, but I don't put any bonus materials on there because I pretty much give you everything right here. So there's, I mean, I don't know. If you do want, I also am willing to do Skype live lessons for $5 a half hour. If you can, you can also pay through my PayPal. I would prefer to be paid first, and then we'll set up the time for the lesson second. I just want to get paid, you know. First, I don't want to give the lesson and then not get paid. No offense. That would only happen once, and then I would probably just say I will never give you a lesson again because my deal is $5. So real lessons $30. So and these videos are so darn thorough, you may not need it. I think at this point they're only getting better. At this point anyway, so yeah, but yeah, so anyway, please consider donating, you know, something to this cause. I do put in a lot of time to put these songs together. It took me about a month. So thanks for watching.